I'm your host with the Welcome 23. You're joining me for Red Carpet Diaries, Book 3, Chapter 14, Homeward Bound. After the scare on set, you decided it was time to get out of town and visit your mom back in Iowa. When you and Sarah arrive at the private section of the airport, Hunt and Matt are already waiting, bags in hand. Wrap your arms around Hunt's neck, and he leans down and gives you a long, lingering kiss. Are you ready for my hometown? I'm absolutely thrilled to explore the place that could produce someone as incredible as you, Jessica. Spoiler alert, most of that place is cornfields. Then I'm even more impressed by you. You pull away and turn to Matt. What about you? Ready to step into a town so small it'll feel like a set? I'm excited for it. So many of the characters I play are from small towns, but I've never spent much time in one. You, Matt, Hunt, and Sarah all board the private plane to Des Moines. You and Sarah move to the front to speak to the pilot. I just want to confirm, no one's aware of this trip, or the destination. Affirmative. The flight manifest is completely secret. That's a relief. You settle in with Matt, Hunt, Sarah, and a bottle of champagne. Before you know it, the plane is landing in Des Moines. Home sweet home. Land in a private section of the airport. Waiting there, hands clasped excitedly in front of your chest is... There's my Hollywood girl. Mom. Run forward and throw your arms around your mom. She hugs you back, laughing happily. She's a mom to many kids. Mom. I missed you so much. Your mom smooths back your hair. I missed you more. You feel yourself fighting back tears. It's really good to see you. Now don't you start me crying. I spent extra time putting on my face so I could look nice for your friends. Mom hurries over to Hunt and Matt, wrapping each of them in a tight hug. Thomas, Matt, it's just wonderful to meet you in person. She steps back, holding both Hunt's hands in hers, and looks him over closely. My, he's like Mr. Darcy come to life, and you're going to take care of my daughter, Thomas? Mom, we just landed. It's no trouble, Jessica. Any parent would feel the same way. For the record, yes. For the rest of my life. Oh, I like this one, Jessica. And you must be Sarah. Pull Sarah into a big hug. Jessica's been singing your praises. I'm so grateful that you're here to keep her safe. I'm just doing my job. Well, she's as lucky as punch to have you doing it. Claps her hands and looks around at everyone, smiling broadly. I think you'll fit into the station wagon, ready to head home. Can't believe you're still driving that thing, Mom. Why wouldn't I? It still runs fine. Waste not, want not, Jessica. Fighting back a laugh, you follow your mom to the car and pile in the whole way home. She babbles cheerily about Linda from down the street. And then her new boyfriend showed up at the school play. No way. I'm telling you, it was scandalous. People didn't know whether to cheer or walk out. Ah, here we are. Your mom pulls off the highway, and soon she's pulling into the driveway of your childhood home. The sight of it fills you with a warm feeling. Your mom glances at you knowingly. Been missing it. It's good to be home. 5 of you all make your way into the house. Once you've dropped your suitcases in your room, you meet up with me in the kitchen. Mom pours glasses of pop for Hunt and Matt. Sarah is outside checking the perimeter for potential security threats. Sarah and I were talking. I'm a little disappointed, Jessica. It sounds like the stalker situation is much scarier than you let on. Mom, I didn't want to worry you. I'm your mother, Jessica. Worrying about you is my job. I know. I promise, though, Sarah is keeping me safe. Well, I certainly hope so. Otherwise, she's going to be hearing from me. But enough doom and gloom. What are you planning on doing with yourselves? Oh, and the county fairs is in town. I know how much you used to love those, Jessica. But exactly, that's the kind of exact thing that I was hoping we'd get to. Oh my gosh, I still can't get over having you here in my house, Matt. Jessica, you remember that poster of him you had in high school? What was the movie called? Agent Z or something? Mom, that's such an overshare. I don't mind. Please, keep oversharing. You've been so hospitable, Miss Clark, and on such short notice, thank you for having us. Oh, we're friends now. Call me Sue. and Mom pulls out a huge casserole dish. Really, Mom? Going for the maximum Midwest, huh? I don't know what you're talking about. I wanted to cook your favorite dish, Sloppy Joe Noodle Melt Casserole. And that's what exactly? All kinds of things. The secret is crushed Doritos on top instead of breadcrumbs. But don't you tell that to Linda. Mom continues putting dinner together and chatting with the boys. Jessica told me all about your new movie, Matt. So excited. I've always loved your dad and Cactus Rose. Oh, Ryan. Thomas, what are you working on now? I'm in between projects. Your mom is totally unfazed. It's like a superpower. Everyone needs a break once in a while, Thomas. Can you look in that cupboard for egg noodles? I'm not seeing any egg noodles here, just SpaghettiOs. Well, shoot. Looks like I need to head back to the grocery store. Why don't you guys relax in the rec room? I'll be back in just a minute. Sarah stays upstairs to keep an eye on things while you lead Hunt and Matt downstairs to the basement rec room, all of you sinking into well-worn couches. So, Sloppy Joe Noodle Melt Casserole? Trust me, you'll love it. It's honestly the most delicious thing on the planet. Just don't think too much about the nutritional value. Oh, why would I worry about that? Doritos cover all the major food groups. That's only true of the Cool Ranch flavor. I like you even more. Hey, what's this? Matt bends down to dig through an old cardboard box. He pulls out a dusty DVD and reads the label on the front. Jessica's First Play. Yep, looks like I found our viewing material. Oh, come on, Matt, put that away. He holds it out of your reach. Thomas, you're on my side, right? Actually, I'd be very interested to see your acting origins. Oh, Judas! Matt dusts off the DVD player and slides the DVD in. The screen blinks to life and the camera focuses in on you as 6 years old, dressed up in a pig costume. What are you waiting for? What are we watching today, Jessica? This is a play I wrote called Piggerina. She's a pig ballerina with magic powers. Oh, come on, guys. This is silly. I'm sure we can find something better to... No, I want to watch, please. Glance over at him. His eyes are lit up in a way you haven't seen in a long, long time. Fine, if you insist. The play, loosely defined, unfolds on screen. Piggerina. Sorry. The name is just so stupid. Glances through an imagined candy forest. Battles a gross broccoli man with her laser eyes and arrives at a castle that towers over... It's a playhouse. The dance will destroy the bedtime forever. And clearly the work was semi-autobiographical. The three of you all chuckle as the home movie ends. When you glance at Hunt, he's still smiling. That reminded me of when I was that age, though obviously I was already behind the camera by then. I can't even imagine that you that young, Thomas. What were you like then? A bit serious, thoughtful. I always had a Super 8 camera in hand. Sometimes I'd add dialogue to the video cars going down the street, so it seemed like they were part of an elaborate heist. When we were all... had so much freedom when we were young, so few inhibitions to our creativity. Thomas. I want to see those Super 8 movies. Trust me, you don't. Even for me, they were ridiculously pretentious. I was going to say navel-gazing, but yours works just as well. Hunt shakes his head, shrugging. It was a long time ago, though, much longer ago than the video we just watched. You open your mouth to say something, but just as you do, you hear your mom come back into the house. Hunt makes for the stairs, and you and Matt begin to follow. Your mom is bustling around in the kitchen, putting cans into the pantry. Have you kids been having fun? They have. Matt found some home movies. Oh, wasn't Jessica just the sweetest thing? You know, I should see if I can find the story she used to write. We should help you with the stuff out of the car. They'll laugh at your obvious distress. Seriously though, we can make dinner. You should just relax. No, I've got it. I'm still your mother. I want to spoil you. Mom, I should be spoiling you. You were on duty for what, 22 years? I think it's my turn to take a shift. And don't be silly. Having you back in the house is such a treat. You don't even know. Let me be the mom again for a while. if you insist. I'd say you have about 2 hours until dinner. Well, in that case, I'm gonna go hole up in my room. I want to spend some time on a scene. There might be something there I'm missing. Matt moves to all of you and waves to all of you and makes his way up the stairs and return to hunt. I guess that just leaves you and me. Anything particular you're interested in doing? You on your bed. I mean, what? I'd love to see some of the town. Knowing where people grew up is always such an insight into who they are today. If you're up for it, of course. I'm sure you're worn out after the last few days. Taking Thomas on a tour of your hometown will give you a chance to relive your past and help him work through his block. You might also have time for a visit to Makeout Point. Okay, guess we're gonna Makeout Point then. Don't get into too much trouble! Trust me, Mom, I grew up here. I know for a fact it's basically impossible to get into too much trouble. I don't know, sounds like Linda managed. Mom bursts out laughing as the two of you head out to the car. You drive down the main drag, parking outside an old favorite. First stop, Slurpees. Excuse me? But how do you not know what a Slurpee is, dude? Come on, Thomas, I know you've had a Slurpee before. I mean, we call them slushies up here, but that can't possibly be something people consume. Oh, bro. Bro. You wanted a window into Jessica's small-town life. This is what you signed up for. What flavor do you want? I suppose which flavor is least horrific. Oof. There's blue... If we're going with standard Slurpee places, blue raspberry and red cherry. I prefer both, really, but red cherry kind of takes the win. I try... Ooh, God, they have cola too, but cola is so just, like, crappy. I'm not a fan of it. I'm gonna go with electric blue shock. We only have blue raspberry here. That's truly horrifying. If you're going to have a Slurpee, go all in, right? You duck inside to grab the drinks while Hunt waits outside on the sidewalk. You hand him his drink. Moment of truth, Thomas. Can you handle the Midwest? Hunt takes a long pull on the straw and then winces in disgust. Oh, you can go! Jessica, that's repulsive. Oh, come on, admit you like it a little. In every fiber of my being, I hate it. Trust me, it'll grow on you. Seriously, try it again. He raises a skeptical eyebrow and then takes a tentative sip. Well, it's marginally less awful. But only because I was prepared. Maybe next stop on the tour will change your mind. Atmosphere is everything, right? How dare you? You and Thomas get back to your car and drive to your old high school, parking in your exact senior year spot. Imagine Chaz on the roof of the car. You basically have half my high school social life. No wonder you were involved in acting. You must have been bored mindless. Actually, yeah, it was boring. But isn't that true for pretty much everyone in high school? I suppose to some extent. We were bored, but this was all we knew. We made it work. Actually, there was another place we sometimes went when we were really bored. More bored than let's return to our high school and sit in a parking lot. This, I clearly have to see. Drive a few miles out of town to a local farm and you pull up to the fence watching as cows graze on the other side. Jaeger's farm. And what in the world are we doing at Jaeger's farm? Prepare yourself for the most Iowa thing you'll ever hear. Sometimes we could come out here and tip cows. Cheap beer may have played a part in most of those evenings. Are you quite serious? That cow tipping was made up, a joke at rural dwellers' expense, but I suppose I'm up for it, if you are. In that case, let's cow tip. I was obviously joking. Let's cow tip. You and Hunt get out of the car and climb over the fence into the pasture, and you approach a large cow. So what now? honestly, mostly the cows ran away before we could do anything. I guess we just dip her? You both go on one side, trying to push the cow. She doesn't budge. Jessica, now what? Your guess is as good as mine. This is further than we ever got in high school. Hey, who's out there? Laughing, you and Hunt both take off running back to the car. Alright, this part is exactly like I remember. We still have some time before dinner will be ready. There's one last spot I wanted to show you. Lead the way. Drive past fields, winding your way up to a hill at the edge of town as the sun dips down. Finally, you pull to a stop. Gazing through the windshield, you can see the entire town below, and the distant lights from neighboring towns twinkle. Why is there just a random light in that tree? And why does it keep getting brighter? What? This is surprisingly lovely, Jessica. Highways got more than people can give it credit for. I know I've been critical today, but it really seems like a lovely way to grow up. It was. I was protected from a lot of the world out here. There wasn't a ton of pressure to be anything but myself. Thank goodness for that. I can't imagine a better version of you, well, anywhere. You lean across to press your lips to Thomas's. He responds immediately, cupping the nape of your neck with his hand and deepening the kiss. You scramble over the center console, straddling his lap as the two of you start kissing more passionately. Still reliving your youth? God, no. No one kissed this well in high school. You run your fingers down his chest, feeling the hard muscle of his abs. His mouth trails down your jaw to his your neck. Lips hungry, his hands roaming the curves of your body. Let's take this to the back seat. Not worried we'll miss curfew? Maybe I'm just a rebel. With a wicked grin, the two of you climb out of the back seat. You lay down across the back as Hunt hovers over you. You slowly start tugging his shirt free. Sometimes we got right in high school. Agreed. Finish pulling off his shirt, then with a coy smile, slip your fingers through his belt, tugging it loose. You know, I'm really starting to understand Iowa's charms, though one of them is still far under wraps. We should definitely do something about that. He helps you wriggle out of your clothes, you grin and kiss him again. See? Didn't I tell you we have such lovely scenery here? If anything, you undersold it. Hunt pushes you gently back onto the back seat, then bending over you to kiss his way over your breasts, across your stomach, and lower. Oh yeah. His hands crush your body, you feel goosebumps spring up in the wake of his touch. After a few moments, he moves back up, his eyes meeting yours, you nod eagerly, and he presses his hips against you. With a soft moan, you arch up to meet him. You feel incredible. Rake your fingers across his skin as wakes of pleasure start rolling across your body. You bury your face in his shoulder, loosely losing yourself in ecstasy. After the two of you wriggle back into your clothes and then climb over into the front seat. So, was the tour everything you hoped for? That and much, much more. Hunt leans over the console to kiss you, softly this time. This was wonderful, Jessica, not just now, the whole day, getting to experience your life well before me. I'm glad we could share this. As you start back towards your house, Hunt turns towards you. I wasn't sure what I'd think of Iowa, but I'm charmed. I always look for the dark underbelly of places like this in my movies, but the sweet innocence is honestly refreshing. It was there in your home movies too, this genuine feeling of comfort and confidence. Oh, and you've rethought the Slurpees too, right? I can assure you I will never do that. Oh, shut up, Thomas! How dare you hate on Slurpees? The next day, you, Matt, and Hunt head downtown together after breakfast. Sarah trails you at a distance, keeping an eye out. Oh look, the old general store was one of Chaz's and my favorite places to go in high school. Why? Mostly candy and good moisturizers. All natural. Of course. I'll show you. You push open the door of the crammed general store. Inside it has everything from toys to farm equipment to a truly remarkable variety of jerkies. Can I help you? We're just looking. Well, let me know if you need anything. Sure will, thanks. Once he's moved off, Hunt turns to you, obviously a bit surprised. Everyone here is so ridiculously nice. And that's small town charm. That's the Midwest for you. You notice a poster up on the wall. Oh look, there's bingo at the VFW tonight. What? The what now? Oh my god! Matt, come on, man. Really? It's technically for veterans, but they let the town use it for all sorts of social events. One of Chaz's sisters even got married there. At the bingo spot? Laughing and shaking your head, you turn down an aisle. Man makes his way over to a shelf of goods for large animal care. What in the world is Utter Butter? Oh, you poor soul. I'm gonna tell him the truth. It's for cows, when they're sore from all the milking. Are you messing with me? Yes, we're messing with you. No, I promise. Cows need moisturizer too. And you told me you weren't fancy here in Iowa. The three of you grab a couple trinkets and check out. Heading back into the streets, you point out old landmarks along the way. Oh look, there's a theater I visited practically every weekend in high school. Saw my first Matt Rodriguez and Thomas Hunt movie there. Quiet Tower. Ah, one of my better efforts. It's heartening to think it made it all the way out here. You turn down a corner, down the street is an auto body shop with Marv and Sons Garage painted in huge lettering. Jessica, is that you? Marv? Oh, no, Billy. Remember, I used to work on your car when you were in high school. You hurry into the mechanic shop to give him a hug. Hunt and Matt trail after you. Billy, of course. You were the only one who kept that tin can I drove running. I still can't believe how much you look like your dad. He was still running the garage last time I was in town. Oh, he finally retired. I run the garage now with my son. Hey, Blake, come on over here. There's someone I want you to meet. Teenage boy emerges, wiping greasy hands off on his jeans. When he sees you, his eyes widen. Whoa, you're Jessica Clark. I am indeed. I told you she used to stop by here all the time when she was in high school. Exchange a few more pleasantries with Billy and Blake, and then you, Hunt and Matt, head back outside. Continue strolling through the town, surprised he didn't ask for an interview or autograph. Town is like something out of a sitcom. It's so bizarre. Bizarre. It's not really. Imagine how weird these people would think your life in LA was. For millions of people, we're the bizarre ones. That's true, I just never experienced anything like this before. It's eye-opening. My childhood was nothing like this, but I filmed several films in plain states. The visual repetitiveness is a perfect metaphor for so many stories. I guess that's what I don't get, is why you could ever break out and become your own person in a place like this. I mean, everyone knows you. They must have so many expectations built in from one day, or day one. Some people don't want to break out. Their lives are a lot like their parents, and they're happy that way. And then other people, like me, love places like this for what they are, but that's the past, not the future. So you don't feel like it holds you back? God, no. I decided I wanted something else. I could have stayed behind, but I chose not to. Matt gazes around the town, a look of comprehensive dawning on his face. I've never seen Legacy so literally before. It's really eye-opening. You mistaking Billy for Marv just now made me realize something. I don't want to be Billy. Wow. Wow, Matt. Really? Well, f you too, Matt. I mean, I don't want to be me either, but cute. I don't think there's much risk of that, Matt. No, I mean, I think it's great that he's carrying on his dad's tradition, but I don't want to be my dad. Which means I have to choose something different. I have to let his legacy stay in the past. And the way Billy talked just now, it gave me a great idea for Cactus Rose. Something I never even thought of before. Matt, that's fantastic. Congratulations, Matt. Insights like that are rare and precious. Cheerfully, now the three of you wander down a couple more streets. Speaking of insight, I'm realizing that one thing I need more than anything right now is a nap. Already, but the county fair. They are pretty fun. By all means, you should go. It looked fascinating. I'd love to hear all about it with detailed photography if possible, but I'll have to pass. Thomas! Okay, Pixelberry, come on, man. Like, do you not have anybody in your staff that's like 35, 40? Like, oh, dude, I don't even take a fucking nap in the afternoon. Come on now. Hell, I barely get 4 hours of sleep in a 24-hour period. I'd still love to go if you're up for it, Jessica. I doubt I'll ever get another chance to see something like it. Take Matt to the county fair for some homegrown fun. Wow, boy, that was really descriptive. Made me want to have some hometown fun. You and Matt drop Hunt back off at the house and head to the fair, Sarah always trailing a safe distance behind you. First thing you see when you walk through the gates is a sign for a petting zoo. I live for petting zoos. We have to go to pet the animals. Tazzy is probably so jealous to hear though. These guys won't replace him. We'll just probably manage my deep need for snuggles. You head over to the petting zoo, stopping at a cluster of peeping, freshly hatched chicks. An attendant lifts one in your hand and you stroke its downy yellow fluff. Oh, aren't you the softest little man? Stop. I'm not ready to be a vegetarian. Cross to a larger pen with goats, pigs, cows, and horses who nibble the grass while fairgoers pet them. Barn cats weave around their ankles, occasionally pouncing into the hay. I don't even know where to start. I don't really think you can go wrong. Oh, kittens! Kittens! The fucking barn kittens! I don't give a shit about anything else. One of the barn kittens comes over and rubs against your leg, looking up at you. Aren't you precious? Reach down and pick the cat up in your arms, nuzzling it against you. We used to have barn cats in the ranch. Really helped out with the rats around the barn. And gonna put you down. Oh, come on! Hey, it's Wilbert. Crouch down to your eye level with an adorable piglet. Hey, girl, how are you? Oh, don't worry, I won't bite. Ah, she's lying. I saw her eat a strip of bacon this morning. Matt! Honestly, it's important. Right, little buddy? I think that's Piglet for you. Could have talked all day and not said that. Newborn calf. You head over to where the calves are grazing on some grass and reach down to pet the smallest one. Looks up at you with big brown eyes. Think of me whenever you eat a burger. Moo. Man, I have to tell you something. I may have tried to tempt a cow. You did what? Yeah, I made Hunt do it too. Jessica. Are you laughing? Moo. Reach down, calf again. Oh, I'm so sorry, buddy. I think he forgives you. A moment later, the speakers crackle overhead as a voice rings out over the PA system.
The trick riding event will start at the rodeo pavilion in 5 minutes.
We can't miss that. Tell me that announcer voice wasn't awesome. Two of you hurry to the arena and find some seats just as the demonstration is getting started. Full disclosure, I'm not entirely sure what trick riding is. Actually, me neither. Hopefully they don't revoke my Iowa card. That moment that I know what it is, but we're not going to talk about it, okay? The question of trick riding is soon answered as a man rides out on a beautiful chestnut. He's dangling off the side of the saddle at a 90-degree angle with his feet holding him on. Holy crap.
Yeehaw! Let's get this rodeo started, Iowa!
He twists through the air and makes his way back on the horse. A second later, he's hooked his feet around the saddle horn and is hanging over the other side, head inches from the ground as the horse runs in circles. It was giving me such secondhand anxiety. Seriously, and I thought stunt work was bad.
Oh, almost got a haircut there!
Crowd cheers as the rider whips off his hat with a flourish, his head almost touching the ground now. then leaps back into the saddle.
And now, liberty stand!
Rider rides over to a flag, grabs it on the ground, and stands up on the horse's saddle, waving it proudly while the horse canters around.
Let's give a warm round of applause for Dick Mulligan, our first trick rider of the night.
I'll autograph whatever you want me to, folks. He hops back down into the saddle, blows a kiss to the crowd, and rides out of the ring. Alright, I think that's all the rodeo I can handle without having a heart attack. How about a fair snack? I'm always down for fair food. You make your way over to the food stand. I want... Oof. Okay, so, I have only 2 things that are fair, which is, funnel cake and fried curds. Fried Oreos? Or, excuse me, I was reading fried Oreos. Cheese curds. Fried Oreos? What? No, those sound disgusting. Funnel cake. Fried dough and sugar? What more could anyone want? Well, I better share. Maybe, if you ask nice. Snacks in hand, you wander the fair together, taking in the sights and sounds. You turn a corner and spot a familiar building. Come on, I want to see something. You lead him around behind one of the outbuildings, hidden away from the rest of the crowd. And what attraction is this? Best of all, it's a spot where I had my first kiss. Ah, yes, building against a musty old building. Charming. You playfully shove him. Hey, don't laugh. I have a lot of good memories at this county fair. And was your first kiss one of them? Absolutely. I spent the entire day wondering if it was going to happen. Then we got a little turned around talking about some movie we'd just seen. We leaned up against this building to orient ourselves so we could find our way back to our friends, and then he brushed my hair off my face, and Viola. First kiss. That is an aggressively wholesome story. Like something out of a movie, right? What about you? Do you have any good first kiss stories? My first kiss was on set. Not nearly as sweet, or private, for that matter. If it makes you feel any better, my technical first kiss was probably with your poster. Oh, can I count that as mine too? As long as you don't tell Thomas about it, I'm sure he'd never let me down. Well, have you had enough of the fair? Yep. Plus I want some sloppy Joe noodle melt casserole leftovers. You and me both. The 2 of you meet back up with Sarah and head home. After dinner, you and your mom, Matt, Hunt, and Sarah are back at the house, chatting over slices of pie. You make this pie, Sue? It's incredible. I'd love to take the credit, but Lynn Barrett down the street whipped this up when I told her Jessica was coming home. Oh my god, should I check my piece for glass shards? Jessica! Okay, now you have to tell me this. Is that a problem with Miss Barrett's pies? No, Jessica's being dramatic. You know that woman always hated me, ever since I beat Chloe at a lead in the middle school play. That's not right. Chloe graduated a couple years before you, didn't she? Nope, she was my year, and she was just awful. And now Jessica. Her yearbook quote was by Plutarch in 6th grade. Elevated fare? The girl is actually starting to interest me. You still have my old yearbooks, right? I have to know if I'm remembering this right now. Of course I do. They're just here on the bookshelf. Your mom returns with a stack of yearbooks. You flip through the 6th grade volume. First stop, your yearbook photo. Okay, but I have to warn you. Goth face. Oh, I have to see this if there is a possibility. Like, I'm not sure I owned anything that wasn't black. Like, maybe a couple blood red accent pieces? Remember how you wouldn't stop scratching all those melodramatic song lyrics in your notebooks? Yeah, because I was deep. Grab another yearbook off the pile. Why is it if people think you're wearing black, you're emo, you're goth, you're dark? I mean, I am, but still. Much better. My senior year, I was at least 10% less embarrassing. I don't know about that. Don't you remember that water ballet you and your friends put on down at the No, that's not in the yearbook, it doesn't count. Flip through your high school yearbook, pointing out your friends here, activity photos, and just as you're turning the page, Hunt stops you. I know this is strange, but why does this person look so familiar to me? Martin Schmidt. Why does that name actually sound familiar to me? Martin Schmidt? I've never met a Martin Schmidt who I can remember, but I swear I've seen him before. Maybe it's just one of those faces. He looks kind of familiar to me, too. Oh! I know who it is. You pull the yearbook closer to you and study the picture. Martin, I remember him. I haven't thought about him in years. The two of us went for a week in 7th grade. The Smiths, didn't they move away? Yeah, but he came back for senior year, remember? I think he was living with an aunt. The high school was kind of big. 3 different towns fed into it. I don't really know what he was like then. We never reconnected. You flip to the back, looking through all the names of people who signed your yearbook, and then you spot it. Look at me, Jessica! Hi! Martin. A shiver runs down your spine, but you're not quite sure why. It must have been some inside joke, I don't remember, but I can't shake this weird feeling. Maybe because that's what the stalker yelled at Super FanCon. Word for word. Oh my god, it is. But that doesn't make sense. It has to be a coincidence, right? I know why he looks familiar. I saw him at the studio when I dropped you off the other night. He was older than the picture, obviously. He was a beard. He was definitely the same person. I couldn't help but pay attention to him. He was pacing back and forth, muttering to himself. I thought he was running lines. I think I seen him too. Remember the guy who worked at the hotel in Hawaii? The one who brought us a picnic that day in the boat? You're right! The silence descends over the room as the truth sinks in. Guys, I think we know who's been stalking me. The thing I can't figure out is... why? That's because people stalk people all the time. You found your stalker! And he's from your own hound town! But what set him off? And what will he do next? Find out in the next chapter of Red Carpet Diaries. So speaking of which, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Please remember to like, like, share, comment, subscribe if you're not already, and hit that bell notification so you'll receive notifications when I upload content. It's very much appreciated. And just sharing the video, sharing this channel, it greatly helps to grow the channel, grow the community, and just helps just out in the whole. And it's just the right thing to do, don't you think? It's a free button, doesn't cost you anything. And if you want to share in other ways, please hit that join button on YouTube. It greatly helps, as well as there's a few links down below if you want to help support the channel. And then if you want to see me stream later this evening, I will be streaming. I either stream on Twitch or Mixer. I've been kind of juggling back and forth. So without further ado, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Make sure to hit like! Do it now!